Howdy, folks. This is Big Tex.
Who is Big Tex?
He's the spirit of Texas.
Do you know without looking who dresses Big Tex? That would be Dickies.
Dickies.
What? Dickies!
There is one Dickies plant left in Texas, and it is in Uvalde.
Oh, okay.
This month they're closing the last Dickies plant.
Why?
They're moving it to Mexico.
No way.
So Big Tex
Profit
is
is
wearing
profit.
clothes that are from Mexico.
Profit is profit.
I'm not okay with that.
Why?
Well, because America needs jobs. Does Trump know?
That's 156 Texans that will lose their jobs then, and their families and everything.
Well, that's a bummer, right? You know?
Kind of sad.
We need American-made pants, baby. Hey, this pant wasn't even made here, but I was American.
In the summer of 2018, Williamson-Dickie announced it would close its last U.S. factory in Uvalde, Texas, a decision that would affect more than 150 employees. The news sent the small town reeling.
It was very disappointing to hear that the factory was going to close and that the plant operations would go offshore.
It hurt. It really went to the core of our community, and we were taken back by the fact that we'd be losing some of those good workers and good friends.
It meant a lot for me to be working at Williamson-Dickie's. My mother used to work there, and my aunts, 2 of my aunts worked there too. And I know that a lot of the people that live in Uvalde depended on the work, to support their families.
Dickies has been in Uvalde since the 50s. We always considered Dickies a big part of our community and a partner in our community.
It's got kind of a rugged Texas mystique attached to it, you might say. Having Dickies here was, I think, a point of pride for citizens of Uvalde.
There's an emotional connection to something that's being made in any town or community. There's a real pride when someone gets to say, hey, I was part of making that.
They've continually had to justify this plant's existence. Manufacturing of any type, and particularly in the sector they're involved in clothing, has been in decline in the United States for years. Check out your own wardrobe and see how many things you've got that were made in the U.S., not very many.
Here we're talking about rebuilding our economy and make America great again and redoing our country, and here we are losing another factory.
President Trump and many Texas elected officials have made bringing manufacturing jobs back to the United States a rallying cry.
Made in the USA. Remember in the old days, they used to have Made in the USA? We want to build, create, and grow more products in our country.
Now more than ever, the most powerful label is Made in Texas.
The moment we become dependent upon a foreign power for our food and our clothing, that's the moment we lose all of our freedoms.
The only thing better on a product than Made in the USA is Made in Texas, I promise you. People just love to do business with a Texan, especially when you walk in the hat and a West Texas accent and you look like me. It's very odd that Dickies would move out. That's really an anomaly, because for the most part, companies are moving back that went to Mexico. Ross Perot said when we pass NAFTA, you'll hear a giant sucking sound, and that actually happened.
There will be a giant sucking sound going south.
Well, we're hearing that same giant sucking sound now, but it's all the jobs coming back. So it wouldn't surprise me if they came back.
But many experts believe the large-scale domestic manufacturing from America's past is not likely to return anytime soon, at least not in the same form.
Much of those manufacturing jobs have left and they're not coming back.
Everybody knows that we are not bringing back the economy of yesteryear.
At the end of the day, politicians are not economists. The manufacturing side that they are performing in other countries, like in Mexico, is not really easy to bring that manufacturing back. Some of those manufacturing jobs, in terms of the know-how as well as the infrastructure or the machines that they need, we don't have it here anymore.
There was a massive conversion of low-end manufacturing that vacated and left Texas to go to Mexico because of NAFTA. It is painful, but there is not any type of an incentive to try to retain jobs that are being shifted or moved due to the market forces.
In the border area, particularly in El Paso, lots of textile manufacturing went away. From one day to the next, you found thousands of people without a job.
Jobs migrate and move for a variety of reasons. And that's what you have with, the clothing manufacturing. A lot of those jobs have gone overseas because of cheaper labor force.
The last thing you think is if it was made in Texas or in the US. Because at the end of the day, we consumers look for the best price.
Some businesses, like Texas Standard in Austin, are courting consumers who want clothing produced in the US, even if it means paying more for a Made in Texas label.
This pair of jeans here is designed by our team here in Austin. And then of course the fact that it's hand sewn out in West Texas is a big deal for us as a company. Keeping manufacturing, making everything possible that we can here in Texas is a huge part of what we're doing. Yeah, maybe Big Tech should have Texas Standard denim on. That's one thought. It's easy to just not look at where things are made or how and just pick whatever's the best price. We can't compete with that, particularly in the fact that we're making it with Texan labor, right? And that's just way more expensive than you're going to get overseas. But the fact that we're playing some role in keeping some of these manufacturing jobs and factories open and running and driving the Texas economy and helping Texans is a part of why this company exists.
Es difícil para aquellas personas que ya habían trabajado ahí bastante, ¿verdad? Y que de repente ya no. Yo hablo por todas esas personas de aquí de Uvalde. Y yo quiero que ojalá y que alguien haga algo para que se vuelva a abrir.
Following the announcement of the Dickies plant closure in Uvalde, VF Corp, Dickies' parent company, reversed course. The plant would remain open, rehiring more than 30 employees and repurposing the plant as a warranty fulfillment and equipment center.
The situation's really changed. The fact that they were able to repurpose the plant is a really good thing for us, and everybody hopes that what they're doing here is going to take off.
Whenever we found out that VF was restructuring and that the idea was not to close down the plant, but to change the purpose of the plant, it gave us a sense of relief to know that those people would still be here, that we'd still have those neighbors and those friends.
It was great to learn that there would be some of the people that had been displaced that would be hired back. So that it was encouraging to get that bit of news. At the same time, it's not the same as the factory that was there before.